Hey YouTube, first of all, thank you for all my subscribers to coming check out this video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and to all my new viewers, thank you for coming as well. I hope you guys get something out of this, and it's very informational. Today I want to actually talk about the benefits of joining the US military, more on that Air Force perspective wise, because of me being in the Air Force, but it should be uniform across all branches being the same. Before we get into it, first of all, I just want to say anything I say today is my point of perspective or my point of view. It doesn't have anything to do with the Air Force. It's not associated. So, what are big benefits of joining the Air Force? I was like determining how best I should do this video, and it came to my mind. It's like it shouldn't be a ranking because each person is gonna see the different benefits of joining the Air Force. Like that, one may think one's more important than the other, and etc. and all that, depending on the person. So, in no particular order, this is why I think from my point of view of which benefits are important, like what are big benefits of joining the military. One is it's a stable job. What I mean by that is, as long as you're in a contract with the military, like you have a contract for to serve a certain amount of time, especially on the enlisted side, you usually complete that contract. You're not going to be released early as long as you're doing your job and all that, etc. There are times though that when they have excess of airmen or military members, that they might start releasing people like early separation and all that. That happened a couple of years ago when they had a lot of airmen and they were trying to get people out, but it was more a volunteer process, and there was a bonus and all that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But usually you complete your contract as you complete it and all that, depending on how long you are. And no matter what's happening in the civilian world, like maybe all that, etc., is even if there's a potential like government shutdown, there are usually enacteds of laws passed to make sure that the military members are paid. So your job and paycheck are pretty much stable. So just keep that in mind. That's a big benefit. Another one is medical. So I think this was one that people need. It's one that needs to be pushed out and pointed to. Even you're charged a small amount each paycheck that's paid to Medicare, and it's about, for me, it was like 30 to 35 per paycheck when I started keeping track of it. So that's about $70 a month, and it seems a lot for 12 months and all that. But if you look at it, because when I was preparing to separate from the military, and going through the process called TAPS, check that other video out. It's pretty much finding out how much you're actually paying. They want to make sure people were aware of how much you're going to pay, paying for medical care in the civilian sector. And there was big estimations from like $300 to $500 you're paying in medical care, which is very shocking. I was going, wow. So that's a big one. So no matter how much times you go to, like, the doctor's appointment wise or emergency rooms, like in a month and all that, your medical care is covered by the military. So that's a big benefit, you and your dependents to a certain point, which is very like eye opening. So you're not paying extra and all that, maybe, well, it's hard to say with dependents. Most likely you are paying, but it's covered and it's cheaper compared to the civilians world. So just keep that in mind. Another one is education. A lot of people join the military for education benefits, and it is a big one. It's pretty much all the branches have the same one, and even active duty, guard, and reserves. Well, active duty, reserves, and guards can use these benefits. So pretty much, there's different bills that help you pay for school, like the Montgomery Bill or Post 9/11. Those are ones I know about, and it's pretty much covers your tuition, schooling, and books and all that. And it's a big benefit. It covers all your schooling wise. But then there's for active duty, which is called TA, which is you can use for the physical year to a certain amount of money to go school and all that, and that's another big benefit. So you can be knocking out classes where you don't have to dip into your Montgomery or GI Bill. Education is a big one. A lot of people do join the military for those reasons, but it is a big benefit. So keep that in mind. I would say another one would be leave. The military, you earn 2.5 days a month, so 30 days in a year, and you can save up to 60 days before you start using use and lose. So pretty much you're earning that much in a month, 2.5 days. I've been told numerous times that a lot of civilian organizations or companies, they just don't do that. There's really hardly any companies that you can just earn randomly 2.5 days a month of leave, and it's more like on that hour system. So that's another one as well. For example, also like in the military, you get like if you have certain appointments and all that, even personal ones that you have to go for, or for family, they don't really charge you for anything. Like, you go up to your supervision or leadership and say, hey, I have this appointment for that, and you go to your appointment. In civilian world, like for the civilian, my civilian counterparts, they tell me you get charged sometimes time to do those kind of appointments, which is very surprising and not, I wouldn't say shocking, but very surprising. Another one is all the holidays. Yes, you get the the federal holidays as there, but there's something called wing days or down days, where you get days off in conjunction with official days like official holidays, but actually also this throughout the year different days where it's this that down day. It's like a day off. You don't get a lot of that in the civilian world. Big benefit right there. It's just like random spread out throughout the year. There are these days off. So that's another one. I would say another big one is travel opportunities. Yes, not all military members are going to get that opportunity to travel. It's not guaranteed. But for example, my first duty station when I was stationed in Germany, right in the heartland of Europe, I was able to, go around all across Europe at cheap prices. So as long as you take advantage of that, if you're stationed, then a big benefit of joining the military is travel opportunities. Same in Asia, if you're stationed like Japan or Korea, as it's going to be cheaper to travel from there and experience those different countries as long as you're taking advantage of it. So that can be another big benefit. I think I've hit those big ones, and then the rest are like more smaller, or you could say just maybe in lesser people's views. I don't know. It really depends. Another one is you're going through all these trainings, and when you're in tech school, you're actually doing training that you're earning college credit. It's called the Air Force Community College, and you're actually earning credits to our associate degree. So I'm going tech school, I'm earning college credits. And another, like if you're doing like ALS, which is Airman Leadership School, you're earning more college credit toward an associate degree. And these associate degrees are in par with your civilian counterparts' associate degrees. The Air Force Community College is accredited college, so keep that in mind as well. So you're going to most likely complete a degree, which is great. So that's a big benefit. And then all these different certificates that you go, like for different trainings, like I'm going to use for TMO as an example. If you're in cargo, you do what's the HAZ course. You become HAZ certified. That carries over to the civilian world. Most likely you just have to do a refresher course or something like that. But it bumps you up. If let's say you want to do a job and you're certified with that certificate, you're qualified in the military. I mean, outside in the civilian world. They'll give you a paper of all your training to show, hey, to your potential future employers if you get out of the military and say, hey, I've had this training. This is the last time I took it, but if I've done the training before, I just need a refresher. And that's going to benefit you as in the future jobs you have and potential pay and all that. So keep that in mind. And also, I think just being put in the situations, that's a big benefit. The experience you gain in the situations that you're put in the military, as people know, in the last couple of years, the most stressful jobs, it's been the listed personnel. Number one, I think the last couple of years. So the situations you're put in the military help you grow as a person. Truthfully, it gives you different perspectives of how you should handle situations, looking at different point of views, so that you're not just like looking at one way, and you're being able to adapt and look at be more flexible. This is the biggest one, and going at different situations in different ways, so that you're not just one way, and that you can look at items in a different way, problem solve better. And it's those kind of experiences that's one of the big benefits of being in the U.S. military, which translates well into the civilian world. I've actually seen it a couple of times when I went there and all that. I've been able to see different points of views that a lot of other people haven't, and I do accredit that with to the United States military, giving me those kind of situations where I had to think outside of the box, pretty much. So those are just some benefits that I came to me right away. People might most likely have more benefits that they see of joining the U.S. military, but from my point of view, it's the biggest ones are like serving your country. That's a big one. Like I was excited, as you can see in my Air Force story video. That's one of the biggest reasons joining the military is to serve a country that's given me so much. Oh, I forgot one is the camaraderie. Joining, meeting some people here, I've formed a stronger bond, I believe, in the military with these people compared to the bonds I have in the civilian world. Just from my point of perspective, they have truly become like a second family to me. So that's a big benefit in my point of view. You're networking with great people, but at the same time, you're making strong bonds that last past even when you guys get out of the military. my point exact only. So it really depends. As you may know, other military members say, hey, these are different benefits I see, these are more important. It really depends on what that person's point of perspective is, because it's going to be different. So guys, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you guys got some information out of it. Please give it a like, give it a share to those people who might benefit from it. No pun necessary, but I really think this video will help people, especially the ones who are maybe trying to decide if they should join or not. So definitely look into that. If you guys think I did well, subscribe. I appreciate it. I would enjoy you guys watching, continuing with me on my journey of different videos and all that. And as always, thank you guys for watching these videos. Comment below if you guys know about different benefits of joining the military that I did not mention. Like I said, I didn't mention all of them. I just saw the big ones and pointed them out in my point of view and putting it down. And if you guys want to follow me on other social media, Instagram, Snapchat, Kotaro Prince, same as my channel. As always, guys, thank you for the support. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you. Have a good night.